Wow, that's nice, dude. What? That's nice. Where'd you get that from?
I don't know.
She didn't say.
In Tennessee somewhere.
Oh shit. Let me see. There it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're live and we got one person on there, so we can wait a little bit to see if we can get, at least 3 people on there or whatever, and then we get started, with all the info and stuff. So right now we could just kind of chat like we did yesterday, which was awesome, by the way. Man, dude, it's like you have so much information, bro. It's freaking crazy.
Well, all the information ain't just mine, stuff that I've gathered talking with people, other people, I'm telling you, some of them things are their ideas, you know what I'm saying? They're not mine, they're just things that we put together,
Hey, there's Tom. Hell yeah. He said he's gonna let the boys know. Okay, thank you, Tom. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, dude, that's freaking crazy, man. And all the information that you were telling me yesterday, bro, like, man, I was overwhelmed with all the information you were telling me yesterday, bro.
I mean, some of it's opinion and theory, and some of it's fact, and it's just all mixed in. But you're not going to get information by being secretive and competitive, man. You're just not.
Right.
Some of it's opinion and theory, and some.
Turn my phone down because then you can hear it echo. Okay. Tom just joined. Chris just joined. I don't know why, but I can't comment on the comment section on my computer. I don't know why.
Yeah, it won't let me either. Oh yeah.
Right? And I have to comment like on my phone for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, Chris said, I don't know if you're reading the comments. Can you read the comments?
I see one that says, what's up, fellas? That's what it was.
Yeah, that's Tom. And then Chris came in and said, yo, Tommy, what up? And Thomas said, gonna go let the boys know. Cool. All right.
Yeah, LT messaged me a minute ago and asked if we were live yet. But I didn't exit out because I'll have to exit all the way out to message him back.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think he's on there already. Rick Lotta, he said, Paul, what's up, brother? Yeah, he's on there already.
I don't know if I don't know. It don't say. It don't give me a
notification.
Yeah, it don't say. Huh. Anyway. Yeah, it shows Tom's comment right here on the screen.
I'm getting the messages on the computer though. I see them there too.
That's all right.
Okay. All right. Well, we got 4 people, so I think that's good enough for us to start, Paul. You know what I mean? get the show going. Okay. All right. Yeah, David just showed up too.
Yeah, man, I've got so much evidence and so many pictures and stuff.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy.
The stuff that we've got is just haven't seen anything like it. There's very few people doing what we're doing.
Right. Yeah, I know, man. It's
we're
crazy,
hard with it. We need our heads examined.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh shoot. I don't know. It's crazy. It's a lot of information out there. It's just I don't know, man. It's
a lot to take in, man. It really
it's
is.
a lot to take in, yeah. And then everybody, well, a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people doing this, trying to get their point across, and kind of like trying to say that they got the best information, they got the best proof, they got, you know what I mean?
Man,
and it's like, oh, dude, like, come on, man, we're all in on this, man. We're all, chipping in our own, information or our own thoughts on it.
But everybody plays a great role, in this field. The secret and competitiveness, though, it's just
yeah.
Let's hold it back.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we got some people. All right, we'll go ahead and start now then, Paul, okay? Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show, Cryptid and Paranormal Kingdom with Carlito and Tom. Welcome back, guys. I have a special guest tonight, which is Paul Chafin. And he's going to give us a lot of knowledge and a lot of truth that he knows because he's a very well-known researcher. And I personally believe, a lot of things that he says. We were talking just yesterday. I don't know, for about maybe 2 hours or so, and just kind of, getting the information that we know, together, kind of brainstorming, and he's got so much information, man. He was overwhelming me yesterday with all the information and pictures and things that he showed me. Like right now, he has a couple of cast prints, Dogman cast prints. If you could show us, Paul. That's wow.
This here is about it's about 6 inches long.
Wow.
4 inches wide, and it's got a dew claw right here that you can see. So,
wow.
I mean, this was just a really good detailed track.
Yeah, I like the way you painted the actual paw print, so you can make it out.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Tell depth and stuff, like when you're showing it on a, but here's another one that's got a dew claw.
Wow, yeah, way down there. Yeah. I see it.
And this one here is probably the largest one. This is probably the one of the biggest tracks I've ever seen. I got a 100 husky, and her pad and track is just a little bit bigger than this. So, so this right here is probably a 400 or 500 pound animal, I'm sure, or more.
Wow.
I've got.
What's that one you just showed me? It was like a real long one. Is that it right there?
Right here.
What you just said? Yeah, man, dude. Oh, it's got two of them, dude. That's awesome, man. It's got two of them.
And that's a big track. I mean, weird too.
Yeah. You can see the claws and everything, dude. Like,
yeah.
God, dog. That's crazy.
Some of these are this one here is just a weird track. I don't know. It almost looks I don't know what to call it. I think the way it's stepped, I don't think its pad look like that.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. That bottom pad looks a little elongated. Like maybe it slid a little bit. You think?
Stick, it went right through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled that stick out, and I tried to take my finger and just fill it back in a little bit, but yeah, I casted it anyway.
Man, that's crazy, dude. Those are nice, dude. Those are nice. And where did you get those, if I may ask? Not
This
pinpointed
this one here,
exact place, but just like forest wise or whatever.
this one came from down here by my house.
Okay.
Yeah, out here in a little preserve down here, and the rest of this one also came from down there.
Wow.
So
And how far is that from your house, bro?
about 10 miles.
Man, that's close.
Yeah,
Wow, that is close,
and the
bro.
rest of them that I showed you came from Daniel Boone.
Right. Yeah. The famous Daniel Boone. Man, dude, that Daniel Boone, like I was saying yesterday, man, God, he's
Boy,
got
it
so many.
keeps producing, don't it?
Yeah. It's like the major one, dude. I think it's got more sightings than LBL. Even
Well,
though
I mean,
LBL is like the most famous, but
Kentucky's like starting to catch traction. It's becoming like a major spot in the cryptid community because it is such a hot spot. There is a lot of things going on, but we have a lot of cliffs, caves, limestone, granite.
mhm.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the Daniel Boone. I mean, it's just full of caves and stuff. So
Right. So, hey, well, now that you just mentioned granite, um, can you tell me what you were telling me yesterday about that you think that the granite has something to do with it because there's so
well,
many mines around there?
now Kyle, we were talking on the phone one day, and
Uh
I
huh.
talked about it with Kurt before, but it was kind of just in passing. We really didn't go into detail on it. I just mentioned that it was weird, that there's no food in Daniel Boone National Forest. There's not a lot of wildlife there to support all these animals, these dogmen or whatever. So they have to be traveling to hunt and coming back and staying around that area.
Well, something draws them back to that area, right? Because
Yeah.
if
So
there's no food there, what's what's their cause to be there? You know what I mean?
man,
What's their reason to be there?
I don't know if maybe like I've talked to Lieutenant Kyle, and Kyle's the one that really brought it up and put light on it, but I don't
Hmm.
know if maybe it gives them something for their body. I just don't. I can't put my finger on what the limestone, and I'm not sure that the limestone has anything to do with it as much as just a good hiding spot.
Hmm.
I think there's probably caves and caverns underneath the Daniel Boone National Forest that people don't know about.
Right. That would make a lot of sense. Why there's so many sightings because,
Well, I mean, I've got
uh,
some reptilian creature on camera, so
yeah, because they're known to dwell in caves, right? I mean, those type of cryptids that you really
yeah.
don't see out in the yeah. Wow, man, that's
But
crazy.
everything I've got, man, has been in the daytime. So clearly, they're not only nocturnal animals.
Hmm. Right, exactly. Man, that is. It's somebody who said that. Somebody's let's see. Somebody said Daniel Boone is a heavy region, like Ocala in Florida.
Been in Ocala, Florida, and there is a lot of activity down there. And I've also been in Northport. They've got a lot, and I mean a lot of activity. If you ever go online, just
Hmm.
look up the activity in Northport, Florida. I mean, they've seen people walking on the beach that when they passed, they were wearing hoods and skin tight suits like diver suits, and they, I guess, had those like hairless cat face. That's what their face looked like one of them hairless cats.
Yeah, I seen those. Those are ugly, dude.
Well, somebody was walking on the beach and seen these people. They were walking toward them, and when they got close, they realized that their face looked like that. So,
Wow, that's
a lot
crazy,
of
dude.
UFO activity and stuff down in Florida.
Hey, I remember you mentioning something about that you worked in mining, right? Coal mining and all that for good what,
I
maybe 10 years, maybe or something like that.
worked in the coal mines for about 6.5 years, and then I
Okay,
worked in a limestone underground mine for about 3.5 years.
wow. Okay, so all in all, it was like around 10 years on the
Yeah.
mining.
Yeah, they're just different mines.
Hey, did you ever hear of any stories with the people working down there in the mines with you, bro? I'm
No,
curious.
not. I didn't talk about it with those guys because they're just they're not very open minded. You know what I'm saying? They're just old country boys, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. They have to see it to believe it type people. So
Oh,
sometimes I'll bring it up just a little bit just to get a feel off somebody, and
yeah. Just see what they say.
yeah, and then I'll move on. But just to see if they got something they want to tell me, or But we've had a lot of stuff happen in that mine, because when I got hired up in northern Kentucky, in that mine I worked at, a woman had just got killed driving a haul truck. She the brakes went out going down the slope, and like protocol in that situation is to hit the wall. Well, when she did that, it was one of them articulated trucks, and it went right up the wall and hit the ceiling and flipped the front of the truck flipped, and the bed stayed up straight. And it pushed it all the way to the bottom and grounded the top of the cab off. It killed her. But, man, sometimes at night when I worked third shift, I ran a production loader, and I would load trucks all night. And I only had one truck. And I would load it, and he would go to the crusher to dump it. And I would get out. I would turn my loader off and get out. And or when he would come back, we would take a break. We would turn our equipment off and get out and stand. And you could hear it sounded like an empty truck coming through the mine. Like you could hear the bed bouncing and hitting and stuff, and I mean, just really eerie stuff down there. We would come in, and where you went down into the mine down the slope, it had a really high wall, like a cliff. I mean, it was probably 100 feet high, and we would come in, and they would be dead deer on the belts, like something had run those deer off that cliff, and.
Right.
Which I've heard before that wild dogs or coyotes will do that. They'll run them deer off the cliffs and kill them, and then go down or break their legs or whatever, and then they'll go down and finish.
Eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I've heard it. I've seen that before, like where they run them off cliffs and stuff. I've seen that somewhere else, and I'm not going to say precisely a dog man, but I mean, I've seen that before. I've seen animals do that before, other animals. So, man, that's crazy, dude. So what else can you tell us about the mines, bro? Like, what do you think? Do you think they have anything in relation to why they like to live there or reside there or hide out there or whatever?
I don't know that it's really got anything to do with the mine. I just know that I believe that anywhere that's got a large deposit of limestone or granite is just probably a hot spot. It's like, I mean, honestly, you just have to do the research and look and reach out to other researchers. But that's where that secrecy and stuff comes into play. Nobody wants to share information, so.
Yeah. That's the thing about that a lot of people who do have really good proof, they like to keep it a secret,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know.
And what do you think about that, Paul? What do you think about that, man?
I disagree with it, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm willing to share any information. I have nothing to hide. I don't think, I don't know. I'm not trying to make money either, Well, I mean, we're making a documentary. If we make money, that's great, but I'm not going to lose sleep or lose my house or anything if I don't,
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Hey, and what's that documentary going to be about, and where and how? I mean, can you give us a little bit of detail on that?
All of it is going to be based really around the Daniel Boone National Forest, except for that bluff charge I had. We're moving the documentary back to late October or November because we're going to go down with Kyle to his area of his encounter. A bunch of us, me and Rick and him and a couple of other people. We're going to go down and we're just going to go in there, and he's going to walk through. Of course, he don't want to be on camera and stuff, which I understand. So he's going to walk through and talk about it while I film and stuff, and we're just going to go through the counter and talk about it. And it's really going to be informational is what it's going to be. It's not going to be something that is scary. You know what I'm saying? We're not. I mean, it's scary enough just by itself. You don't have to put nothing on it.
Right. Yeah, just being there where that people have had sightings, including yourselves, you and Kyle, because I know Kyle. You were telling me yesterday, he had a couple encounters, right? And you're good friends with Kyle, right?
Yeah.
He's been out there in the field with you.
Well, no, he's not a researcher now. He's just a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just now getting into the. He's just now coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like He's just now figuring out what's what, some of these groups don't take the subject as serious as others, it's entertainment or whatever. So yeah, you just have to figure out where you fit in.
Right.
And if you don't fit anywhere, make your own group.
Yeah. That's good advice, man. That's funny, Paul. Oh man. Yeah, brother, man. Wow, that's crazy, bro. Now you were telling me, for people that don't know Kyle, he did two episodes with Vic. He's the guy with the famous dog. What was his name? The
Jake.
dog? Jake. Yeah, go get him, Jake. Get him, Jake. Get him, Jake. Remember? I remember that, man. That stuck in my head real good. They were awesome episodes, bro.
Well, what
Both of them.
And
It was 263 and 264. Yeah.
don't let Kyle's accent fool you. That guy is super smart. Hey, he's got a way of putting words together. Like he read me part of his opening for his book, man. And after he got done, he's like, "What do you think?" I was like, "Man, I see you writing more books. That's what I think." He's good, man. Like he's a storyteller. He's got a way with words.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's great, man. He was great at telling like every fucking detail in his two episodes, bro. I mean that shit had me on edge, dude, grabbing the edge of my seat the whole time. Both episodes, man. Especially the way he said he was shooting at the thing and his dog was, running up on him and
yeah, he fired his gun once he got off the hill. He fired his gun up in the air, like hoping it would scare something. And I guess that's probably what saved his dog's life. I would imagine is him doing that.
Man, that was crazy. I really enjoyed those two episodes, man.
Yeah.
And the one you did was episode 354, right, Paul?
Yeah.
I was just re-listening to that last night again, just to get a little bit more detail on your encounter, and it was great, dude. It was great. And another thing I was going to ask you is you've been in like the cryptid world how long, Paul? Because I remember you were saying you were in Dogman Believers Only group since 2015. Yeah.
It was right before or right at when Trump got elected that I came across a Dogman video on YouTube. I mean, I never even heard the word. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. That's what you told Vic too. On your
yeah,
because your sighting was back in '97. That was way back in the day, man. Yeah,
I had really just learned to deal with it. It wasn't going away in my life. So, no matter how hard you try to forget it, anybody that's had an encounter says that they forgot about it or they're lying. They didn't. It's been there, man. Like even when my kids were born, everything, man, it was right there in my mind. So it's a big part of my life, whether I want to admit it or not.
Yeah, I know.
By me doing this research and gathering all this stuff, all I'm doing is like just accepting it and grasping it, moving on with it. I've got stuff here that I can touch and see and pictures and, I'm not crazy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, in you have like proof and you have like irrefutable proof. I mean, you go out there and get those casts and I mean, all the research you've done. So there's no way around that, man.
Can't take all the credit, man. Like we've all done. Kurt Stokes has been there. My mom, everybody's been a part of it. We all go into these locations, so I mean, it's a team effort. I'm the one, of course, that pushes harder than anybody else. I'm just really at it, man. If I never go out again, I've got enough evidence to make 5 documentaries. So, yeah, I mean, going out just like that picture of that creature, whatever that was I showed you, man, like, what is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's There's a lot of strange activity in the Daniel Boone National Forest. I don't know why. I don't know what causes it, man, but it's there. So if we could figure that out, I think it would be a major step in, putting together. Maybe you can look in different areas and find out if that area has the same qualities that Kentucky has, and you can
Right.
find,
And too, Paul. I was looking at the like I was when I was with you on Messenger yesterday. I was looking at the same time. I was looking at that area, the Daniel Boone area that you were telling me about, and the Daniel Boone Forest looks huge, man. I mean, but is it about the same size or even bigger than LBL, bro?
I think it takes probably about, if you was driving on the interstate, you could probably pass through the Daniel Boone from west to east, and probably about at the thickest point, probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a huge forest, man, but it's long. It goes.
It's long.
Yeah, it goes all the way down into Tennessee. It's just got a big forest, and I believe East Tennessee's got as much activity as the Daniel Boone does.
East Tennessee?
Yeah.
Wow. But no, I mean, but you're not talking LBL?
No, I don't know anything. I lived down there. I used to live in Callaway County, right outside of LBL.
Because LBL's like right on the very west end of Tennessee and Kentucky, right?
Yeah, it's in between the lakes down there. So it's, I don't know. I've never been to the area. So I couldn't tell you. I would imagine it's probably the same as the rest of these areas. I mean, it's government managed land, so nothing surprises me anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I have a question, and I'm gonna let you answer that, Paul. It says, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to see because it's on the computer. It just says user. But let me see if I can. Damn it! I can see the names on my phone, but I can't see the names on the computer, bro. That's my problem.
Yeah,
that's why I'm looking back and forth.
Now,
Yeah, but somebody just had a question. Okay. Oh, okay. It was Noogie, Troy Noogie says, has Paul had a physical encounter?
Absolutely. No, I mean I haven't. I have seen one. Yes, I had an encounter when I was 15 years old. By physical, I don't know. Yeah, physically, I was there and I seen it. Yeah.
Right.
And,
well, there you go. There you go. Yeah. Matter of fact, Noogie, his episode on Vic's show is 354. If you want to check that out. So.
Yeah.
And but man, dude, now all the information that you gave me yesterday, bro. Now it's like I'm thinking, is there a connection with LBL, East Tennessee, and Daniel Boone, which is East Kentucky? I mean, yeah, East Kentucky.
Mammoth Cave area. I mean,
yeah.
I think the whole state of Kentucky is just a hot spot for cryptids, and I don't think it's just. But I think Kentucky's got a lot going on, and it may just be coming out so good because there's people like me talking about it. You don't. I mean, I don't see other people coming out doing it. I'm sure they are, but I don't see them. They're not sharing shit.
Hey, what do you know about Taylor, Mississippi? Because Tom just mentioned that that's a very hot spot.
I used to listen to Dark Waters back in the day. Other than him, I really don't have
anybody else.
But it sounds like it's a hot spot too.
Yeah, it's a very big hotspot, bro. I mean, I've heard of a lot of encounters besides the dark water ones in Taylor, Mississippi, and
well, like I was telling you yesterday, there's 3 seams of limestone that run through the United States from Michigan down to Mississippi. They're saying so it goes deep underground. Like when we were mining, even though we went down because there's 3 levels to the mine, and they wasn't stacked like this; they were like this. You went down onto one level and you had to drive through the mine, and you went down another slope, and the other level was like down here, and then the other one was down here. Yeah, it was just weird. But there was 3 slopes in the mine, and once you got down, like if you from like straight up standing at the lowest point in the mine, it was 1 mile to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we were mining the third seam, and that's where the best rock was coming from, the richest granite. And man, that white powder that when you buy a Big Red chewing gum and it's got that white powder on
Yeah,
it,
that little white powder on there. Yeah.
limestone dust.
What is it?
It's made out of limestone dust.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, and we eat that. I used to love eating that when I was a kid, bro.
Yeah.
I used to lick it off of the damn gum.
Yeah, they use limestone to make. I mean, they use it to clean the stacks at these electric companies. They use it to rock dust in the coal mines to keep the dust down, because coal dust, if it gets real thick, it's the same as gas. It'll go up in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the rock. Limestone plays a big role in everybody's everyday life that you just don't know about.
Wow, and it's not bad for you, bro. I mean, it's not bad for the body. You can tell, yeah, you can tell us the truth on that, bro. I mean, you were there. You were there.
Fried in the water.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's got any harmful effects or not. I hope not. Because
I'm thinking.
I breathe.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I breathed enough of it. I said, so if it was harmful, I'll be dead.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, bro. I think if it's mixed with something, in particular, then yeah, it could be harmful. It's just like the mix, whatever mix you mix it with. That's what's going to make the difference.
Man, the Daniel Boone National Forest, I don't even have any words to describe it, man. It's just, when I say it's filled with these creatures, I mean it is filled, man. They are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you yesterday, pictures that I would have freaked out over 6 months ago, now I just pass by them. I don't even save them or screenshot
like nothing.
I just pass by them. I have so many.
Yeah, like nothing, right? Just like,
yeah. I mean, now I'm looking for. I'm finding other things now like that. That whatever that thing is, I can't believe that's not a bigger deal than what it is. Like that picture. Those pictures are the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Mm.
And I've had pretty crazy encounters.
So, like I was telling you yesterday, I'm pretty sure you have some pictures that you don't want to show anybody.
Yeah, I've got some pictures that nobody's seen. We've got. I mean, there's a couple of people that's seen them, but they're going into documentary and stuff, so you will get to see them. But
right,
it'll be. I promise that. Like I said, we're not rich. It's not going to be a bunch of effects and stuff, but it'll be nice.
I've had people tell me that they've seen like real pictures of Dogman, whether alive or dead, and they said that they're fucking hideous, dude. They're fucking ugly as hell. Like,
I've got pictures that blow your mind.
Demonic looking, almost. You got pictures of what?
Blow your mind.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Kurt Stokes has got stuff that'll blow your mind.
Oh, I bet. That's what I heard. I heard he's got real good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of quartz and stuff come out. Like, you wouldn't believe how many times I ran a roof boulder. I put bolts in the top to keep it from falling. And when I would get up there near the face of the mine where they're blasting and stuff, I would find big chunks of crystal and stuff. I'd dig it out and take it home. I used to have a whole bucket of them.
Hey, also I wanted to ask you, man, could you fill us in on more about your encounter? Because like I said, I heard your encounter again last night. I didn't know that was you when you told me. I was like, what? I got to go back and listen to it now. And it was real good, man, with Vic, and Vic also said that you were a real good researcher. Even Vic said that. So I was like, damn. Okay.
Vic's a good guy, man. He put all that together. He did all the heavy lifting. He says I did, but he really did.
Yeah. He is a great guy, man. That's why he's where he's at. You know what I mean?
I was.
Dude's awesome, bro. I can't.
I decided to get up and go deer hunting, like the night before.
Right.
The night before we had talked about it. It was a real great idea to us, you know what I'm saying? But at that time, I was 15 years old, and I wasn't really wild, You know, I wasn't partying and stuff, you know, but, you know, I smoked pot like any other kid or whatever, cigarettes, you know, but I never, you know, I wasn't experimenting with crazy drugs. I was always in the woods hunting or doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like I was always on the go. And we decided to get up and go hunt. My dad was going to go too, which that was rare. He never did that. And I got up the next morning and he was still home and I got up late. So I sat around and I told myself when I got up, I was like, I ain't even going to go. And then I sat around for a while and I got bored. Because you got to think, this is 97. I didn't have a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? Like we had to go do stuff. So
that's what I heard Vic tell you on your encounter. He said you didn't have cell phones back then.
Yeah. So I got up because I was bored and decided to go. And I think it was like 11, 12 o'clock-ish when I left, and it was probably about 1:30 when I got up on top of the mountain. And when I got up there, I just decided to go out in a different area than I usually went to. You know, I had only been out there a couple of times, and I had been out there no times that year. And I'm like I said in Big Show, you know, I'm known for being able to kill big bucks and deer because I just hunt the deer. You know, most people ride 4-wheelers and you know they don't cover the ground, you know, like you used to. So I did that. I covered the ground. I hunted the deer.
You hunted by foot. You hunted by foot. You told me.
I'm not the type of person that just wants to go out and hope I get lucky and a deer runs by. I go out and find out. I find scrapes, tree rubs. You know, I find out where they're traveling, what they're eating, and then I'll hunt them. So that's what I was doing. I was just walking out there that day because, you know, I was just bored. I don't know what. I'll be honest. I don't know what made me. I think about that all the time. You know, I came to a spot and stopped. I could have went left or straight. You know, and I hadn't even went straight in a long time. So why
you decided to go that other way that one time? Yeah.
And I went out there. And, it was just a normal day, man. Like it was, you know, just a normal November day, kind of. You know, no sun was shining and stuff. It was, and I got out there and I was just, first I sat on a big rock, and I was sitting there and I was kind of getting sleepy. So I walked a little farther and I sit down. This tree was perfect. You know what I'm saying? It had a thing for me to put my legs up on and stuff. I sat there and kicked back, man, and just had a good view. And I sat there and was dozing off and stuff. And I realized, you know, oh shit, you know, I'm not going to be able to make it home before dark.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, in November, time changes, you know, so it got dark early there. And I got up in a rush, you know, grabbed all my stuff. And I took about 15 steps, and I was looking at the ground, and all of a sudden, man, I don't know if it was about the time I brought my head up or what, but the only way I know how to explain it is just like somebody smacking you in the face, you know. It stunned me. Like I told you, it's like, you know how you... Like sometimes when you're getting something out of the dryer, you'll touch it and it'll shock you a little bit.
Yeah. Like, oh, I hate that.
That's how it did, but it was just through my whole body. It wasn't my finger. It just kind of like shocked me, you know.
Damn.
And, I don't know if you want to call it a zap. I don't guess.
Zap, yeah. Yeah, that's a zap.
I mean, it filled me with fear, man. Like I've never felt fear like it since.
Wow. Is that the only time in your life that you felt that amount of fear?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was primal fear. You know, it was trying to survive fear. But you know, I didn't freak out and run. I don't know why. You know, because I didn't see it at first. You know, and then I caught it out the corner of my eye. It was coming like through It was coming. There was a trail there, an old logging road or whatever you want to call it. And I was still kind of standing on a hill a little bit, so I had the advantage as far as, you know what I'm saying, being higher up, and it just looked like a black blob, like a black figure. You know, I couldn't tell any detail by looking at it at first. You know what I'm saying? And as it walked, it covered about half the distance, you know, that I had to see it in. It's about how far it was before I started seeing detail in it. You know.
And it covered it really, really fast? Covered all that ground really fast?
It looked like it was in a rush at all. But I seen its elbow. It had an elbow. That's what caught my eye first, man. And still this day, that elbow sticks out like real good in my mind. And I seen that elbow, and when I did, I seen kind of where the armpit area is. I seen the chest. It had a peck. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I started putting it together, and I was just in shock, man. I've never been in shock, I don't think. But if I ever was, that was it that day. Whatever you want to call that. Because I was just in awe, man. Like was it a mutation? Did something go wrong somewhere? Am I going to find some clothes folded up out here somewhere?
Yeah.
But its ears was like on the side of its head and angled back. They wasn't like on top sticking straight up. It was just a color black that you've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
It's if it sat down and curled up in a ball, it would look just like a black spot. You wouldn't be able to tell any detail about it or anything.
Wow. Wow.
So
kind of like a matte color black. Is that what you're saying? Like kind of like you can't see any reflection off of it.
No, I don't know if you could have got reflection. It wasn't like shiny. It was just black. I don't know how to explain it, man. I really don't. There's no words for it.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been in a room where you put your hand up in front of your face and you can't see it? It's at black. Are you serious?
Yeah, where you can't even see your hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
That black.
That black, brother.
Wow.
Yeah, it was black.
Man.
Hold on a second. Let me get this cord.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Hey guys, I'm reading y'all's at the same time while I'm listening to Paul, I'm reading y'all's comments, and I'm like putting them up, one by one, because they don't go up automatically. I got to be pushing the damn button to get them on there.
Let's see if this thing gives me a place to plug my phone in here.
Okay. Hey, Paul, have you ever thought about buying a pair of night vision goggles with infrared or something like that?
I got a night vision camera.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh man, would you consider going out there at night?
That night, going out there at night and doing that stuff, I wouldn't care to do it. I had a bunch of or whatever, but going out there at night is for somebody that's trying to see one or something. You know what I'm saying? I have no desire to be out there at night. I don't want to camp. I want to be out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I know.
Right.
I'm really good friends with Kyle, and I believe every word that he says. I don't want to, and I know how the Daniel Boone is, and I have no desire to be there at night. Good luck to anybody that does, but it ain't me.
Man, dude, I don't know, bro. I mean, I would. It depends. It depends on the place. I would go at night, but it's just like not LBL, bro. There's no fucking way you're gonna get me to go at night in LBL. But maybe Daniel Boone, maybe Sam Houston National Park. I mean, as long as you got something, show him your baby, Paul. Show him your baby you just showed me a while ago. Yeah, it's nice. I like that two-tone, bro.
Yes, sir. It provides no safety for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got my baby. I got my baby. I got my little buddy.
I think like Vic said, if you was to get attacked, that gun might provide you some relief.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. I do exactly know what you mean, bro. And that's one of the reasons I would go out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Because worst comes to worst, bro, you know what you got to do, bro. You know what I mean? You're not going to go out just like some damn deer getting tore to pieces. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
F that.
Be alive,
Yeah, F that. That's what I'm saying. F that.
Some people have fears of this or that. My fear is like just a great white shark or something eating me. You know what I'm saying? Like while I'm alive watching. I can't deal with that. So I carry a big shotgun with me, man, and I don't care what kind of creature it is. I don't care what kind of chest plate it has. If I shoot that thing with that, it's
gonna blow a big ass hole through its back. That's for damn sure.
I got some cigarette, guys. unprofessional.
man. Nah, go ahead, brother. Shoot, I wish I could smoke a cigarette inside my house, but I can't.
Yeah, I ain't allowed to smoke in the house either.
But yeah, dude, I mean, that's crazy. Oh, I had a question real quick for you, Paul. Somebody said, how far do you have to go to see these encounters? Because you go to like different places, right? You don't always go to the same place.
Man, it takes me about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes maybe to get to the research area that we go to. But now we're expanding. But it only takes me an hour and a half to get to the Daniel Boone, anywhere in the Daniel Boone. So we're going into new areas now. Me and a couple of guys went down, and we've got some bait set up, and we've got some trail cameras and stuff on it. So we really went down there and did something that I've been wanting to do and been working on, and something they wanted to do too. We just all got together and put together a really great spot to catch them on camera. We tricked those cameras, man. I hid mine in a log. Like, if I was to send you a picture of it, you couldn't pick my trail camera out. You can't even see it.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, you were telling me that yesterday. Like, man, dude, that's fucking genius. Put a freaking camera inside of a log where they can't see it. Because it's only recording right through that dark ass hole, so they can't see that camera.
Yeah. What I did was I strapped the camera to a tree, and I found a log that was like kind of, it was cut in half long ways. And it had a hole in it. And I just leaned up against that tree, and it fit perfect, man. My trail camera, everything was like perfect,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you know what? I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that hunters do. They put a camouflage camera or a trail cam, up on a tree, but like outside the tree. You know what I'm saying? And thinking that just because it's camouflage, a Bigfoot's not going to see it. They're going to fucking see it, dude. They see the infrared. They see the infrared thing on it, man. Yeah, that's a given. I mean, come on.
Only that, like Jody said, the trail cameras are made out of, they're made with petroleum and all kinds of chemicals and stuff. Like, even though you can't smell that trail camera, they can. Mm-hmm. That's why you always see a deer. Like, you'll see one picture of a deer, the next one it's looking at the camera. They hear that. They hear it. They smell it. Everything. So you just really, it's trial and error. Like I said before, if we don't get any good pictures, we'll at least get some good pictures of what we did wrong.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. That way you know what to do next time and what not to do next time.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. Trial and error, right? Yeah. Yep. That's absolutely right, man. So is there anything that you might have left out on Vic's show on your encounter?
I mean,
that you remember you know what, I left this out.
I mean, I get a good look at the front of the creature as much as I did the back. Like I said, it had a tail that went down and then curved up. It wasn't like a thick, like had long hair hanging off of it or anything. It looked like like a black dog's tail. I'd say it was 3 or 4 foot long.
Wow, that's a long. Yeah, you were telling me that.
Yeah, it curved up, but it wasn't. It was moving as it was walking. It was like
swinging.
Yeah, the tail, everything was swinging because it was walking weird. You know what I'm saying? It was. Like we were talking about yesterday. And I've never mentioned that before. If you stand your dog up and walk it towards you as you walk, holding onto its front legs, and they move fast, it has kind of like a little skip hop to it. You know what I'm saying? That Dogman I seen had a mix between a human walk and it had haunches like a dog, but it was a mix, man. It was weird. I don't even know I don't know what words to use. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird. It was it wasn't a natural. It's just something you never see. You've never seen it before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like seeing a creature for the first time that you've never seen, and then it walking weird.
What did you feel exactly when you saw, when you had your sighting? Did your brain scramble like to look for something that made sense to you?
It short circuited everything, man. Like I was stunned, man. I was just
You couldn't move. You said you couldn't move in
No,
your
I don't know.
episode on Vix.
I don't
You
know.
froze.
It just didn't dawn on me. You know, I didn't. I don't know. I don't know what happened to me, but once I snapped out of it, man, and I left, I looked over my shoulder all the way off that hill. But when I went off that hill, I was gone. You know, like I broke out, man. I was gone. Like the cops were chasing me.
Mm-hmm. Like the cops were chasing you.
So I could run. Yeah, so I could
Yeah,
run home
that's when that adrenaline kicks in, bro.
Oh yeah, the adrenaline was fun.
Yeah.
When I got home, I come in the house and throwed that gun, throwed it on the couch across the room. I was telling my dad about it, and they're like, you know, they just
yeah. Yeah, they didn't want to buy it. They didn't want to buy it. They're just like, nah. Damn. So I'm guessing they never heard anything like that, right? Because since they didn't want to
my dad
really listen, they did.
Before I had what?
They said that they seen one.
Well, my dad said that him and one of his friends were hunting, and they seen something that ran down in a holler. He said he didn't get a look at. This was before I encountered. I just overheard them talking about it. You know, I was younger, and him and his friend was talking about it. It ran down in a holler, and apparently worried him enough to where they didn't hunt there that day. They left. So
Spooked him.
My dad, he never went into detail. Yeah, it spooked him for sure.
And all it was a grunt. That was it. No howl.
No, it ran. They seen something like it ran.
Oh.
He said it was on two legs. It down in a holler like.
Oh, they seen it run.
I don't know if you know, like where I'm from, a holler is like, you know, in between two mountains, you know how it rolls.
Yeah, a little valley going like down, kind of like into a creek or something, right? Holler.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We call them hollers.
Right. Yeah, I've heard of that.
And my dad was hunting in like Menifee County or somewhere in Kentucky, and down around Cave Run, and they just have rolling hills there, foothills. They don't have high mountains, so yeah. And, you know, they've told me stories about my uncle said that he was coon hunting one night, and he was crossing over a gap. He was in his Jeep, and he was crossing over a gap, and he was road hunting with his dogs. He said, well, as I went over the top of the mountain to go down the other side, there was a little shelf rock cliff there. You know, it was about 4 foot high. He said, as I passed that, he said, my dogs, both of them, came off that cliff into his truck and into the floorboard and wouldn't come back out. So I don't know what was chasing them. He said he didn't know either, but he said them dogs wasn't getting back out of the truck that night.
Damn. Dude, I had a friend that died about what was this, last year? Last year, as a matter of fact. He died on Cinco de Mayo, right on Cinco de Mayo, dude, like May 5th. That's why I remember it so well. And he told me a story once, dude. We were just barbecuing and drinking beer. That we do that a lot over here in Texas, bro.
Right.
And I mean, just any given weekend, you know what I mean? And he told me I don't know why it came up or whatever, but it was him. Then there was a nephew of his, right? And check this out. He started telling us the story, right? He's like, man, you know what? One time I went with my grandpa and some uncles, and we took dogs out there. I think it was either hog hunting or coon hunting. I think it was hog hunting, and he said they had but they were pit bulls, bro. Here in Texas they use pit bulls. Yeah, here in Texas they use pit bulls. You see them all the time in the back of somebody's lifted truck and shit. You can see like 8 or 9 or 10 of them, right? That's hog hunting, right? Okay, so he said that these freaking dogs went in there in the brush somewhere, and they just started like squealing and yelling and screaming and fighting at the same time. You know, fighting like, rah, rah, rah. But when they got hurt, they were, you know, whatever. However, dogs do. I'm sorry, that's a bad impression of a dog in pain, but you know that's what they were doing. But they couldn't see anything. Like him and his grandpa and everybody, they couldn't see anything because there was too much brush. They just know that they found something. The dogs found something and went and attacked it, right? And try to get it to, you know, well, that's what they do. That's, you know, pit bulls, that's what they do, especially in those hunting groups. You know what I mean? They go in and they attack the boar,
Well, there's a
wild hog, whatever. And check this out. And he said only 2 made it out alive, and they were hurt really bad. All the rest of them were dead, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" And I was like, "Man, that's crazy." Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. And yeah, let me finish the story real quick. And he said, and I said, "What? Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, dude." He said only 2 of them came out, and they were real badly hurt. And they had to take them to the hospital and all that. I said, "What happened to the other, 8 or whatever?" And he's like, "Dude, they were dead." And the worst thing is, we went over there and checked them out later, and they were all slashed up, like clawed up, like slashed. And I like, dude, I said that wasn't a hog that did that to those pigs. I said, "Bro, that sounds like a damn dog man." He said, "What? Dog man? What's that?" And I just smiled. I said, "I'll tell you later." And his nephew sitting next to him, he said, "Oh, dude, don't even say that, bro. Don't even bring that up." I'm like, "Well, you know about him?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, I do. I watch a lot of internet, and I watch a lot of, deep web shit, and dark web, deep web, whatever." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "I gotta talk to you later." And then I told my buddy, "This is what a dogman is." They say that they're fucking just like werewolves, bro, but they're not. They're not people that transform into them, but they're like that all the time, 24/7. He's like, "What, really?" And I was like, "Yeah," and we just kind of left it alone or whatever. But I was gonna go back and tell him, "Hey, bro, would you, make a recording? Can I just record you telling that story again one day or whatever?" But then that's when he died, like boom, like a week later. I'm like, "Ah, damn, I didn't get to record him, bro." Yeah.
Man, hey, there's this world is not what you think it is, or people think it is. That's a fact, and I've learned the hard way. This world that we're living in is totally not what we're told by anybody. I mean, it's to me like I sit in a room full of people, and I'm just in awe, man. These people are living their life, and they just don't know. I don't know why the government hides it. I don't know if it's because of revenue. I don't know if it's because of religion. It's one of them. I don't know.
Man, I don't know, dude. I mean, I just think there's something at stake that they don't want coming out for some reason.
And like you were talking about a minute ago, I don't know if now the supernatural side of this, I don't know. I don't know. I know that what I'm researching, what I'm seeing is flesh and blood. But I believe there is like the Navajo Nation. If you go and read up and listen to stuff
Yeah.
on this, I believe that the Navajo Nation had a lot of stuff going on. I believe that it's no coincidence that all these tribes all over the country that never communicated back then have the same legends and stories.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Native Americans, they, like we were talking about last night, they don't even like to mention the name. Which is I'll just tell them Wendigo. That's like their devil. In native.
I say werewolves, but
right. Well, yeah. I mean, werewolf. They don't like to mention that name at all. And they got a special name for it too, like in Indian language. I just can't remember it right now. I remember Vic said it one time.
I mean, from what I heard on J.C. Johnson's show, the Navajo Nation task force that do nothing but hunting things, and they hunt them by finding them. They accumulate a lot of wealth fast, land and property and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They kill people and take their land and all that, and somebody does that.
The government does that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think maybe there's a relation to that,
Yeah, I don't know how true it is, but
on why they run people off their lands, because of course if somebody sees that there's some kind of curse or some kind of demon dog in their land, then they're gonna leave, dude. They're not gonna stay around.
from what I hear, if a white person goes onto the reservation, with the Navajos, then they don't leave you alone there. You're not allowed to be alone.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
strange
Exactly.
place. There's some strange places in this country.
I think they're strategically planned out, bro. That's what I think. I think the government has a lot to do with it, and I think the military has a lot to do with it. Because
I
I've said
don't
it
know.
before. I think military uses dogmen as type of soldiers, and maybe control the population or something. I don't know, but I really do think military is involved in that in some way or the other.
Well, the only thing worse than knowing this stuff is not being able to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't.
Yeah. That's even worse when you know about it and you can't do anything about it. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do, man? I can't just stop when I'm down there researching. I see people all the time getting their kids out and stuff and getting ready to go hiking in the same area I'm researching. And me knowing what I've got on camera there, and probably 9 times it'll be all right. But I still have a heavy feeling when I see somebody who's naive, no gun, no awareness. They're just getting out and taking kids into these areas, so. But, I mean, a lot of people go in and go out. But I can tell you this, on the days that there's a lot of people down there hiking, we get a lot of activity out of these creatures, so.
Right. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just, to me, it's like all those people can't be lying, bro. Like I was saying yesterday, all those people can't be lying, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe around half or something. Yeah, it could be a good possibility that, most of them or at least half of them, could be making stuff up. They can see just a damn bear or a damn cougar or mountain lion and automatically think it's a dogman or a Bigfoot. Yeah, that could be the case, but not all of them, bro. I mean, not. And there's just there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of encounters, and that's not counting the ones that weren't told. You know what I'm saying? That weren't
and that's
told.
why. I don't know, man. Just a lot of people's not going to. There's a lot of people that won't come forward with their encounter. That's probably had a bad one, and
right, and they're just not gonna.
I don't blame them, man.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right, brother. People are scared of what people are gonna say, or they're even scared, like you were telling me the other day, that you're scared that they might want to threaten you. No, they did threaten you, as a matter of fact, and kind of make you look like you're crazy, or throw in some kiddie porn in your computer or something if you don't shut up about it. You know what I mean?
By the government, anybody, but I've had somebody that I respect that's high up in the community tell me, don't cross the line. So,
right, exactly.
That's enough for me. But I'm just the type of person that I will walk all over the line.
Yeah, and they do that to people who really, really come close to the truth, man, and even have really good proof. I don't know if you know the guy from Secure Team 10. What's his name? Tyler. They they told him to shut the hell up, or they were going to do something to him.
Wow.
And he went away for a good while. I think he just tried to let things calm down or whatever. And then he came back. He recently came back. Well, he came back like a year ago. Then he stopped again. Then he recently came back about a month and a half ago or something like that. And I think he's back for good. But they threatened him a couple of times. Do what?
I don't have a large following. We got 400. And, that's another thing. I had almost 50 requests to join the group the other day, and 2 people. I approved 2 people, man. I'm not. If you can't take a couple of seconds to answer the questions, you're not going to take a couple of seconds to review a picture either.
Right. So, yes. And they're not going to. I'm not
here for following.
Right, and they're not going to interact in the group either. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the point, dude? I mean, like me and Tom had 1,400 people join like crazy, like, within a month. But it's like when I post something or Tom posts something or anybody posts something, it's like, dude, it's like there's no interaction, bro. It's like, yeah, they're just stale damn group, where only the same, let's say 10 people, interact, and comment or like or whatever. That's crazy, bro. It's just, I'm like, and that's not just in my group. That's in many groups that I'm not going to speak for, but I've seen that happen in other groups as well. So, that's like a very common thing for them to just join a group and then don't do shit. Just I guess scroll through it.
Alfred, I've never gifted them before. I've never like this last time that we went out, we hung up a 13-pound rack of ribs 10 feet in the air and put 2 trail cameras on it. Hit them real good and stuff. So we're gonna go back in about another week and get the trail cameras, and we'll see what we get.
Hell yeah! I would like to like whenever I do go out to the field, I would like to do that. Like set some cameras up.
Well, I mean, I leave
in a hollow log or something. Somebody mentioned, how about putting a camera like way up in the, like say, I don't know, 20 feet high, up in the tree somewhere, looking down, straight down. Kind of like that one where that eagle nest, and you can see a Bigfoot walk underneath it. That was pretty cool, but that was accidental too. So,
if we could figure out how to get a live feed camera out there to where we can just watch it all the time, or we could get on it.
Yes.
I think that would be a bet, but I don't know how. I don't even know how you would go about doing that.
That what you just said right there. I remember, sometime last year, me and Tom and dude from Texas, we used to hang out a lot on that live feed that they had. What was it called? Dogman cameras, Dogman trail, something. I can't remember. Do you remember?
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
Yeah, it's Dogman cams.
Yeah, Dogman cams. There you go. And they had one in. Yeah, and they had one in Fort Pierce where it happened with that guy in his backyard. They had one somewhere else, and they had like 2 or 3 going on at the same time. But we were mainly, us, me, Tom, and Dave from Texas, we were mainly concerned on that one from Fort Pierce where, you could see through that backyard. There was, there was brushes back there, and there was his yard with like clotheslines and shit like that. And it would be like, oh, look, we'd be there like at 2, 3 in the morning, me and David, man. And like, oh, look, I just seen something move right there, top left corner, referencing the trees and the electrical lines and all that. But I don't know what happened. It just kind of just faded out, bro. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it was so hard for them to fix those cameras once they went like, like dull.
Man, these dogs are so smart, man. It's
you
crazy.
think they figured it out?
I don't know how to explain.
You think they figured it out?
I
was
think
a camera?
I went down and got these casts underneath the overhang, right? Like a big cliff. I got Dogman. I got a couple of them on camera where I got these tracks at. So when we went down there was a bunch of tracks there, and I casted them. Like that long one I showed you, and this one came from the same spot, right? So since then, we went back down there, and there's no new tracks. None. So I don't know. They probably seen us down there messing with their tracks or whatever, and, I'm sure if they didn't know, they know now. Because they're there. They're watching when you go in there. Believe that. They're there.
Right. Yeah, I think they absolutely know when they I mean, I don't know, maybe infrasound, maybe the damn infrared on there gives off some type of frequency where they can pick up on it. There's many things that they can pick up on a damn camera, bro. I mean,
somebody said, I guess you have to be a jerk off to have a good show these days.
They do.
You got to be a bully.
That's crazy. Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
You got to take those followers.
You got to take them and treat them bad. Treat them like shit.
Yeah.
So they can follow you so they can follow you like a cult leader. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but man, I think those things are very, very smart. I think, like you were saying yesterday, I think they're smarter than what we think they are. Because we know they're smart, but I think they're smarter than that. Like you said yesterday, yeah, I believe that's true. You're absolutely right about
I mean,
that.
we give them credit for being smart, but and like I said before, some of them that I've got on camera almost look tribal. You know what I'm saying? They look like they're standing upright. They got posture. They're built. You know what I'm saying? They're almost tribal looking, I guess is what you would call it, instead of a pack. And then some of them look more doggish, more canine. It's probably not as smart. There's just different. I don't want to say varieties. There's just different breeds, maybe, just like
Yeah.
any other dog.
Yep. That is true. I
back.
think they got breeds within their breeds. Yeah, I think that is true. They have different breeds because
Somebody
there's
asked,
some dogmen that have short, long snouts, tall ears with tufts, no ears, well, short ears with no tufts. It's all different kinds. Yeah, that's B. She's asking to ask you, Paul, if you had success with hiding your cameras.
we haven't went back and got them yet. They're still out there.
Oh, really?
We're going back
Wow.
next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Okay. How long have they been out there since you put them out?
It's I think Sunday will make a week. I think no, we went last Saturday.
Wow.
So tomorrow will make a week.
Damn, what you got on there? Terabyte memory card or something?
No, it's just an SD card.
Is it the format that it records, that it doesn't take up that much battery in memory, or what?
You can record with it. It has night vision, and you can do. I got it set on pictures though. That way it don't. Have I found any dogman feces while out? I mean, I've found a lot of. I found a lot of big piles of scat that's full of hair. So whatever it was eating animal. It ate a lot of hair. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it was, but I listened to J.C. Johnson, and he told on that interview he did. He said, unless Bigfoot has a bleeding ulcer or blood in its scat, they can keep their shit. I don't want to. You can't tell really anything about it. So unless there's some way of DNA being it, I guess.
Damn, but that's a long time for a camera to be recording.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they?
Well, we haven't been back out there yet. Like I said, we don't know if the meat's still there or not. We won't know until we go.
Oh, okay. Cool. We had Bobby Hedrick. I'm sorry, I can't say that last name. Atristine. She's B Moss's new co-host. She was asking. No, she was saying something about pull fleas from hair.
I heard her talking about that a minute ago on that. Like the piles of scat that we found that had the hair in it was like really old. The only thing that was left of it was hair. Like it wasn't. If there had been something in it, I'm sure it would have been dried out and gone.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Well, yeah, because hair really doesn't digest, does it? When you eat, say, a rabbit.
These piles of scat are big enough to have been done by a human. Like they are big. You know what I'm saying? And I have found them in different forms. Like sometimes they're kind of fresh. Other times they're all dried out and it just looks like gobs of hair. I've got some of it here, as a matter of fact, in a bag.
Wow.
I'll show you.
Oh yeah. Hey Paul, you gotta show B and Bobby that they just joined not too long ago. You gotta show them your prints again, man. This is freaking awesome, bro.
Well, this one right here is probably the best track that we have. One of the best.
One of the best. Yeah, you can see the claws and everything,
Yeah,
dude.
it's got a new claw on it right here. You can see the camera's kind of reversed. I'm moving, but it's got a lot of detail in it. You can see the claws, how long they are.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good one. And this one right here, this one right here was really exciting to find. This one was crazy, man.
Yeah,
this one here,
dude.
New claw. So
that one has all the detail in it, bro. Like meat, mass, everything, bro. Like that's crazy. That claw at the very end down there.
This is how I separate the, from the regular tracks. Like you see the distance in between the pad and the toes. You can only imagine the knuckle that sticks up on top. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this right here is probably the largest one we got.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Damn.
That's a big.
Hey, show him. That's a nice one, dude. Hey, can you put it up closer to the camera a little bit? Because you got damn good lighting right there. Yeah. Yeah, right there. Wow, dude. That's awesome, man. Hey, show him that double print you got, bro. I've never seen anybody get a double print. Never. Check this out, guys. Look at this right here. God. Damn, dude. I've never seen a double print. Never, ever, ever. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
Yeah,
this
it
right
is.
Here's the first one I ever found.
Okay. Yeah, that one looks like it kind of slid a little bit. Yeah.
It's got a pyramid, like a pyramid arch or whatever they call it in it. Like a dog don't have that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you look at it, like somebody said, it's a double print, something step, but nah, it's too clean. You know what I'm saying? A dog don't have that. So this right here was something that was on two legs. That pad is, I mean, like if a dog man, this right here, look, here's a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, I think this was probably a common dog, but you see that pad? I mean, that's not something that's made to distribute weight and walk on two legs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, that is. That's yeah, and like I said, I showed you this one too. This was weird. This was a weird one. This one here has fingers or whatever. Yeah.
That one has longer fingers.
Yeah, very strange. Oh yeah, here you go.
Oh, that's the hair sample?
It's really soft and like silky feeling, the hair is. And it's I guess kind of like a brown. It's brown hair. It don't look like deer hair or anything. I don't know what it's from, but
wow.
It's just deer hair. This was scat though.
Okay. Scat. Are you referring to like poop?
Shit.
Okay, like dookie? That's a very hairy piece of hairy dookie. Wow, that's crazy, dude. Man, that was a lot of hair on that piece of dung.
Oh man, I didn't even get it all, man. That's just a little portion of it. Like it was a big gob.
Mm. Wow.
Whatever it was,
hey,
animal.
Hey, Chris Cyrus is back in the chat. He said, great evidence, Paul.
Yeah, I see his comment there. It don't show me his name, but I see somebody said
that. Yeah, that was Chris. Wow.
Man, I've gathered a lot of evidence and stuff. I
see that.
While we were out the other day, that guy Josh that I was with, we were kind of split up a little bit walking, and he found some kind of animal's bone, like something had stuck it up in the like a little crook of the tree. It had a little hole in it. Something had hung that bone up in it, and like it was like a leg bone that had a knot on the end of it, and they hung it in that tree. So, I mean, I don't know what would do that. We found a lot of tree structures and stuff.
Hey, Paul, have you ever seen that picture? I don't know. It's going around. I can't pinpoint where it's at or where I've seen it, but I think it was a bear that was found dead way up in the tree, like maybe 30, 40 feet up in the tree, and it was just dead. And I'm thinking it was impaled, man. I'm thinking it was impaled, but it was dead up in the tree. When have you seen a dead bear up in the tree, bro? Just dying in the tree. I've never seen that before.
I haven't.
I think something killed it.
And that's another thing, man. When
put it up there. Yeah.
I've got pictures of dogs that are 30 feet up in a tree. I've got pictures of them laying on their stomach on the ground. You just never know where they're going to be, man. And as humans, when we're out there, I mean, we just look at eye level all the time because it's, you know, it's just what we do. We're not really, you're not expecting something to be up in a tree that's you know, in your mind, a dog is always on the ground.
Right, right. Hey, also, I was gonna ask you. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. You have some pictures that you post up. I know a lot of people don't see anything because they don't know what to look for. But I, being one of the ones that do know what to look for, I see faces, I see pieces. You know, I see snouts, I see ears. You know, uh, and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm not. I don't want to. I mean, I'm not one to criticize anybody that doesn't see something there, right? But you know, you got to open your mind, like you were saying yesterday. You got to open your mind to see something that you normally don't see. You know what I mean? Because
if somebody posts a picture in my group and I can't see nothing in it, I still like the picture, because I get it. You know, I wasn't there. I don't know what they seen, what they were trying to take a picture of, or anything. You know what I'm saying? Their next picture might be the best one ever took. You never know. But
right.
You know,
well, see, I've ran into pictures. Right, I've ran into pictures where the person that posts it circles one area and they say, look at the head, or look at the face, or look at the whatever, right? And I go in there and look at it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I see it. And I start looking around. Oh, I see another one over here. Oh, I see something else over back there, or whatever, you know. And then I end up finding more, and I tell them, hey, you know, there's two more, right? And I tell them where and everything. Like, damn, you sure right. I didn't even notice they were there. I was like, yeah, you end up finding more, yeah. And but that's just,
I know, I'm a realist. You know, I know some of the pictures probably probably are pareidolia. You know, I don't know for sure about. If I tell you that I'm positive that it's a dog man, then just believe me. I'm 100% sure. I won't say that unless I.
Right, yeah, because a lot of people want to say what you're seeing is pareidolia, but just because they can't see it. See what I mean? So there's a difference between something that's pareidolia and something that you can't see.
A black face in a green tree is not pareidolia. You know what I'm saying? A green face in a green tree might be pareidolia. You know,
right, but not black.
When I'm looking at pictures, I always try to pick something. I try to pick out a nose or an ear or an eye, and then I build on that like a puzzle, and I try to put it together. You know, they're not clear, and I use 4K, man. I use an iPhone, of course. So I mean, it's not the equipment. It's just I don't know. Like I was telling you the other night. You know, like if you're standing here in my garage and I'm recording you, and you turn your head, I can see you do that. But when these creatures do that on camera, on video, when they turn their head or move, it gets blurry. It's a blur, and then it comes back into focus. Their heads turn. You don't see them, or it's just so fast, that you can't see it. The camera can't pick it up.
Like a glitch, right? Like if it was a glitch on a camera, on a movie or whatever. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy, man. I mean, I don't know if they do that on purpose intentionally, or that's just, you know, how we register them. You know what I mean? Maybe they're too freaking fast for us to actually see. Like I was telling you, like a UFO, you see a UFO zoom out, but you're not going to follow every damn frame as it's flying away. You know, you just see like one frame here, one frame there, and one frame way over there. But, you know, that's because they're too fast for our eyes.
I don't know if these creatures are a product of God or if what they are, but whatever made them to where they move in a way that our eyes can't comprehend or can't keep up with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, yeah,
their
that's what I'm saying.
movements are so quick and so precise that, you know, like, and they're able to set. You got to think, man. It ain't just the camera. You got to battle the elements. You know what I'm saying? Their camouflage, everything, man, and nobody takes that into account. These creatures have the self-awareness to know if they got black fur to lay in an area where it's black behind them to blend in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know them people that paint themselves to match the wall and they stand up against
it? Yes.
It's like that, man. It's like that.
And I was gonna say that it's like cloaking.
Yeah,
They can cloak into whatever, like like what do they call those damn little lizards that change colors and they can adapt to their background or whatever? What do they call them?
Chameleons.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, chameleons. There you go. Kind of like them. Yeah, where you can't see them because they adapt so well to their surroundings that they're invisible to you. You know, to your eyesight. And I think that's what they do too. You know, and
I'm out there giving them hell.
Yeah, I know. I see that, man. That's awesome, bro. And yeah, you keep them on their toes. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, that's awesome, bro. I mean, I completely respect what you do, and I admire what you do. You know, even though I've known you for very little time, but like I said, since the first day I saw you on B's show, I knew right away what type of person you were. So I like, man, this dude's cool. I want to talk to him. I want to, pick his brains a little bit and, see where he's coming from. Not that I'm saying that I didn't believe any of the stuff you were saying, no, but I just want to get more into depth, on everything that you research, everything that you know, everything, drop some knowledge, in other words, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like my mom told me, you know what the difference is between a weed and a flower?
No.
I mean, it's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Where you see a weed, I might see a flower. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kind of like. I mean, I'm just saying that with the picture. Like it's perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. Some people just don't have the.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
it's kind of like that saying.
So many stories that they've got this picture in their mind. You know what I'm saying? And
right. Well, it's like that saying goes. Somebody's someone's trash might be someone else's gold. You know what I mean? That you can the way you see it, the way you see, like you were saying, like perspective. Mm-hmm. It's all on the perspective. Yep. But man, Alfred, are you reading what I put up on Alfred?
Yeah. Well, and Alfred, like he said just now, Alfred said if you set your camera. Yeah, and take a bunch of photos at once. Like when I'm filming, when I turn the camera, like if you ever watch a video frame by frame, when you turn the camera, it gets blurry, right? That's when their face comes in really clear. The Dogman's face, when you turn the camera and it gets blurry, like the trees and shit, that's when the Dogman's face come in clear. Now, how weird is that? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Weird. Hey, who was it? Marvin Allen saying, "Hey, Paul, they showed up at our house, 2 days straight, and trust me, they move so fucking fast." Yeah, well, that's what we were saying, like about that video that I posted. Remember, Paul, that I told you that you seen it many years ago or a long time ago, whatever. I hadn't seen it till like recently, right? And like I said, that thing's moving so damn fast, man. It looks like a blur. You know what I mean? Kind of like the one in Florida, Fort Pierce, that one that ran by that guy's house. Looks like a blur.
Yeah. There used to be a video on Facebook, or on YouTube. It may still be there. A guy had a trail camera up, and it catches a Dogman, I guess is what it is, chasing something. and it comes through like a blur. But right before it goes off camera, it stands up and walks off. And it's just so far away you can barely see it. But whatever it is, at the end, it stands up and it walks off. So,
Right. Well, that one in Fort Pierce.
Yeah.
I
mean, if I had the equipment.
Yeah, but that costs tons of money, doesn't it, Paul? Like professional equipment to do that? Like thousands per second, on the camera? That's got to be at least $500, bro. If not more, maybe $800.
Yeah. If I had the equipment that you...
Mm-hmm.
If I had the equipment that these guys have on these TV shows, these night vision, thermal cameras, and all this stuff, I could show you what's showing you. I could show it to you every night.
Right. Well, do you ever use that night vision one that you have?
They're making a show out of it.
Digital? You said it was digital, right? That you can record on the one you have, the night vision.
Man, I honestly mess around in the Daniel Boone Forrest at night. Yeah, that's for somebody that's wanting to have a sighting or don't believe or something. I know they're out there. I have no desire to mess with them in the nighttime.
Right. Okay.
If I can't see them, trust them. I can't see them. I'm not going out there and put myself in that situation. I put myself in enough dangerous situations,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right, man. I wouldn't do it either. Honestly, that's
like honest. When I go out, you almost have to go out with somebody fighting before. Do what?
Yeah. Hey, your camera's kind of breaking up a little bit, Paul.
I think there's a delay.
Yeah, but like when we're talking,
I don't know.
Me and you on the live, it's kind of breaking up a little bit.
Let's see what it does like this.
Maybe if you move it around a little bit, maybe. Yeah.
That ain't better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. I don't even know what I was saying.
Well, you were saying about the nighttime. You never think about going out nighttime.
When I go out with people, you almost have to go out with somebody that's had an encounter before because, I don't know. It's just hard to explain. I just kind of move different when I'm out there because I know they're there. I don't have any doubt in my mind. There's no question. I don't, but if you go out with somebody else that knows, then you'll move like and then, you're just careful. And,
extra careful. Yeah.
Yeah. And even though 9 times out of 10, I think you can go out there in the woods and nothing will happen. You won't see anything, but there's always that chance, that you might walk up in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle proved that. You might round a tree and there might be one sitting there eating. And, I don't know if he walked up on one that was just old and kicked out of the pack. I mean, I don't know what was going on, but, yeah, he pissed it off. That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great encounter on Kyle's, man. I really enjoyed those 2 encounters. Yeah, brother. Well, let me see. Do we have any more questions out there? I don't see any lately. But yeah, I honestly think that they, somewhat cloak. And by cloak, I mean like a chameleon, just blends in really, really good. And that's why people
I told you, nothing surprises me anymore.
Hey, but you know what, too? Paul, I was going to ask you, man, maybe you know about this. Why, out of all the damn sightings and recordings and pictures and videos and whatever, why the hell, if they're out, mountain biking or whatever, kayaking, like you were telling me about the kayaking, we'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah.
Why doesn't anybody ever have a freaking GoPro camera, which is steady as hell, clear as hell, when they see these things, bro? Like, there's so many people out there that have that.
I tried using a GoPro, man, and it was just the batteries don't last long enough.
Right.
You get about 30 minutes out of a battery, you know.
Right.
And
maybe that's
in the Daniel Boone, the batteries die on your cameras real fast. Everything, it just drains it, man.
You were telling me that. Do you think it might have to do something with the frequency around there, being limestones around there? You know,
I do.
I mean, why would they drain so fast? You know, I mean, I know they don't last 6 hours,
yeah,
but damn, 30 minutes.
I think there's other stuff out there besides Dogman.
Oh,
you know, I don't. Just with that picture that I posted today, of whatever that thing is, reptilian or whatever it is, you know, it's there. Mm-hmm. I know that for sure. Whatever that is there in the video. It moves its mouth a couple of times. It changes position. So, I mean, it's there. And I was looking at the Dogman that's to the left of it in that tree, and I just so happened to catch that face, and I was like, what the hell? So I rewinded the video and watched it frame by frame, and I was just shocked, man. I couldn't believe it.
Shit, I know. I wouldn't, man. I don't know what I would do, bro. And like you were telling me the other day, you know, you really want to see something, or you know.
Yeah, you're not going to do it with 3 people tromping through the woods. You know, you're just not.
Yeah.
You can't do it by yourself. I don't think a Navy SEAL could sneak up on one.
No.
I think if you took a kayak and went up these little creeks, off these rivers and off these lakes and stuff, and you just cruised up through there quietly, you'll come up on all kinds of wildlife, deer, and God knows what. Right.
Well, yeah, especially in a kayak because it makes no noise. You're not on foot. Yeah. So they're
we talked about Roger Patterson, you know, and Bob Gimlin. They got that Bigfoot on camera, but they were in an area that has wild horses. You know what I'm saying? So, and they were on horseback, so that Bigfoot didn't think nothing when he heard them horses coming, and it just so happened that they were on the horses. So, you know, they got lucky, man. And that's the same thing I'm talking about with the kayaks.
I think they just happened to run into that Bigfoot as she was walking away. A lot of people like to say that it was fake, man. I don't know.
It's fake, man. I mean, somebody, you know, in the 1960s thought put boobs on a suit, and you know.
No.
See the legs jiggle.
Yeah, exactly. I can see the muscle moving. You know, it's way too much detail, bro. Yeah. That you can see on that. Like if you really zoom up in it, you know what I mean. And I don't think that's. What do you think about the gay buffoon?
I think it's fake.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Why?
You know, I just
right.
You know, the guy that came out and said that it was fake showed everything. He showed the jet skis. He showed his truck. He showed he showed everything. You know, he showed how he done it. But I do agree that when he takes off running, his leg does look weird. You know what I'm saying? But I also know that, you know, the camera does strange things too, you know, so.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the part where it lifted all 4 limbs off the ground?
Yeah, I seen that.
On the original?
Yeah.
And if that's a person, don't get me wrong. That's just crazy, bro.
Had he not come out and said that was fake, then, I mean, you know, it probably would have been one of the best pieces of footage ever, but, you know, if somebody comes out with a video and then they come out and say it's fake, then who am I to go back and say, well, no, it's not, you know? So I just take the guy at his word is all I know to do.
Okay. No, I mean, that's fair. Everybody can have their own opinion, you know. Mine is, I think it's real, and I think they paid that guy to say it was fake.
They may very well have, man.
That's what I think. Because it looks way different on the first one than the second one. The second one, you can see it's a ghillie suit. You can see all the hair, no ears. He doesn't jump off of all 4 limbs at the same time.
Well, you got to think about it. The second time that he showed that suit and stuff, he was on an HD. Yeah, he was showing that with an HD camera. Where the first time
versus the first one, like an 8mm camera.
He was using one of them 30, whatever it is, you know.
It's an 8mm camera, them old ones.
8mm.
You got to do this to them and shit. Yeah.
So I mean, you know, the quality's not that good. But in the one you seen the ghillie suit in, you know, that was great. You know, that was somebody shooting it with like a news camera.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, the guy that made the video said that it was fake. So I don't. I just took him at his word. I didn't really investigate it anymore. We'll never know the truth.
Right. Yeah, exactly. We can speculate all we
That's
want,
what
but
it
we're
is.
never going to know. Yeah, we're never going to know the truth. And yeah, and especially out of all the sightings and encounters, we are never going to know if they're true or not. We can believe them to be as true as we want them to, but we're never going to know.
Well,
That's
think
the
about
thing.
it. That guy made that video, and then supposedly it killed him, right?
Hmm.
So how is he going to then collect money off all the views and stuff that he's getting for that video
Well, supposedly because
without coming out?
they found that video footage years after it happened.
Right.
Somebody else found it. Supposedly.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
in an estate sale. I heard about it, and
Yeah,
you know,
some kind of garage sale or something. Yeah.
but the the guy that made the video was in the beginning of it working on the truck. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
Okay.
the guy with the
Okay.
long hair.
He's the one that supposedly got attacked and killed in the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But then later he came out and said it was fake. So if he got killed, then how's he coming out and saying that it's fake? You know what I'm saying? Like it just don't make sense to me. It don't.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, but I think it's a different guy. I
Well, it
don't
may
think it's the
be.
same guy.
But that, like you said, that goes deep. That, that's
Yeah. Yeah, you really get in
that's some
deep in there.
ancient
It's like,
astronaut theorist stuff.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, damn, Paul, man, it was great talking to you tonight, man, and thank you very much for everything you put out there for us, all the knowledge, all the experiences, and everything, man. I really appreciate your time, and everybody, loved the show again, because of you, bro.
Hey, hey,
You
another
made it
thing is
interesting,
like
man. So thank you.
in
I'm
my
just the
group on
host, bro.
Facebook,
Uh huh.
on my in my group on Facebook, there's a lot of things that don't get approved that come through because we're trying to aim the group toward Dogman, and I don't want people to think that I'm just being an asshole or a dick, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
by not posting their stuff. But I
Right.
realize and I see that the problem in these communities is mixing them because the Bigfoot
Yes.
community don't give a shit what the Dogman community is doing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
UFO
Absolutely.
people, or the paranormal people, they just don't. So we try to keep the group aimed toward Dogman, and we don't.
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
for people like you or B or Rick to post or advertise their group or their show
Hmm.
once a week or whatever, But I just don't
Hmm.
want random Bigfoot videos in there all the time because
Right. Exactly. Well,
yeah,
like I was telling you the other day, man, I posted something on a Bigfoot group, and they kind of like came at me kind of in the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like, oh, why are you making these things to be monsters? I'm like, whoever said they were monsters? They're called cryptids. I said, who mentioned anything about monsters? Well, the way you put them in your background, I said, you know what? That's the internet. I got that image off the internet.
I mean you're
You
adding
know.
dramatic effect, man. It's
Yeah,
thumbnail or
dramatic,
whatever.
bro. I mean, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. And
Well,
so I'm
and
like,
like I told
okay,
you,
Bigfoot
everybody's
people
talking
get,
about everybody's talking
uh-huh,
about Vic having liars on his show. Well, who gives
yeah,
a shit? It's his show. If he wants to have liars
right,
on, it's his show. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Like,
exactly,
their business.
exactly,
Uh,
exactly. But the thing that gets me is like, why do Bigfoot people get offended by you mentioning Dogman? Like, oh, they can
well,
believe in a cryptid called Bigfoot, but they can't believe in a cryptid called Dogman. I'm like, how ironic is that, bro? You know
well,
what I mean?
man,
Like,
and I've came into this in the last year, like mainstream. I came into it,
yeah.
and there's people that's been doing it for 20 years, and I'm getting a lot of attention, and they feel like they should be getting it, I guess. So
Yes. Exactly, bro. Well, thank you very much, Paul, man. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Do you have any closing statements, Paul, maybe about your show, about your documentary,
man,
anything that you're doing coming up?
the
Hmm.
documentary's moving along. It's just a
Okay.
slow process. It's a lot
Hmm.
harder than you would think it is. So
Okay.
just bear with us. Just bear with us. It's working. Like I said, we're doing a show with Kyle, and I think
Hmm.
once everybody figures out and remembers who he is, and he's writing a book. So
I heard
uh,
something you saying about maybe like in the summertime, right? Like maybe.
well, it was going to be mid to late summer, but we're going to add Kyle's
Okay.
encounter. But we can't get into the area until October.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you, man.
Yeah,
Is that it? Is there anything else you'd like to add, or?
That's it. I've give you all my
Okay.
secrets, bro.
Okay, man. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, brother. And everybody's saying, I don't know if you're reading
Yeah, I
the
see 'em.
comments. Everybody's saying, thank you, Paul. You know, great show. Thank you. Thank you, and Carlito. Good night. Alfred said, good night,
Yeah,
boys.
thanks for the
Diana
support, man.
Marie.
I mean,
Yeah. Good night,
it's
Carlito and Paul.
appreciated. It
Thank
really
you.
is, man. That's why I keep
Yeah.
going out. Because these pictures don't mean that much to me anymore. I post them for the people in the group.
Uh huh.
Because it's a common thing. I see them all the time, but I know other people don't. So
Right. No, that's good. And you know what? I respect that. You're being more selective in your group on not having a bunch of bullshit, people that don't do anything in your group and don't put anything into your group. That's that I respect that. That's good, man. I mean,
yeah, I just don't want people laughing at each other and stuff, and
right,
it's
or
making people
picking
feel bad.
fights, making
Yeah,
people.
man.
Yeah. You're right, man. So that's good. I just wanted to congratulate you on that, brother. All right, man. Dude from Texas, thank you, man. Thank you for being here, brother. And Marvin, Al, thank you, and everybody else, Tom, Noogie, Chris, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight.
Yeah,
And we'll see y'all next time, man. And Paul's really happy with tonight's show as well, and
yeah,
he
for sure.
thanks everybody for your kind words and enjoying the live tonight. All right. Well, I guess with this, Paul, we're out of here, man.
All right,
Have
man.
a good one, man, and I'll keep in touch with you, okay, bro?
Yeah.
And we'll talk more later on Messenger. All right, brother.
Okay.
Okay, man. I'll see you, man. Thank you for being here, Paul. Thank you, brother, and thank you
All
everybody who
right,
showed
man.
up.
Thank you.
All righty. Thank you. Bye,
All right, man.
guys.
Guys, bye.
Bye. Bye.